All right, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Brandon Coin YouTube channel. And as you guys know, I started a small computer shop at the end of last year, basically the beginning of this year. And I had been doing like a monthly recap, so I have not done April's recap yet. So we have some things to talk about, some business strategies, that kind of thing, changing gears in certain ways. But to sum everything up, if you don't want to watch the entire video, I completely understand. We're doing good. It was a good month. Using a majority of that money to put back into the company by buying more inventory, buying up larger farms. That way I can get more in bulk, save a little bit more, get a little bit more of the extras. I've noticed that whenever you're buying more, people are a lot more likely to just throw in a bunch of extra stuff. It's like, hey, you're coming to pick up 50, 60 cards. You know what? Hey, take these power supplies, take these cables. It's like people are just done with it. And that's the perfect people to buy from. Uh, the worst situations are the onesies and twosies that want top dollar. And that's where I just, recommend people, hey, if you want top dollar, go to eBay, go to your local marketplace, just try to sell them yourself. Um, Selling to me, you're not going to get top dollar. The value I provide is buying them all up at one time, and to be a hassle-free experience, and you don't have to worry about a chargeback or an eBay return a month from now. Or I don't even know how long the eBay return period is. Actually, let me look that up. Let's see here. eBay return period. 30 calendar days after the estimated actual delivery date. So it could even potentially be a touch over a month. Let me mute my phone. It's going insane right now. Sorry about that. Um, so yeah, going back to the company, we had a really good month. Definitely going to be doing some more bulk buying, but I don't want to turn into just a reseller entirely. So I have been getting the Xeon motherboards and the Xeon chips. They're X99 motherboards, or well, they're rebranded, remade like Chinese motherboards. I've had a good, pretty decent supplier, and he's been able to supply me with motherboard, CPU, RAM, and also a decent little CPU cooler, like a tower cooler. So that way I can offer bundles, and the more I buy, the more I save. So then I can pass them off for better deals. Those were priced at, I think, 120 a kit, and I have dropped them down to, I believe, 115 now. On my next order, if he can drop down some more, I will drop down to match that. So if I can save another $5 per kit, then I can drop that down to 110 per kit. Those seem to sell really good, and it seems to be repeatable. So I don't have to go and run out and find inventory, because I don't want to rely on all used hardware. Because some people might not be selling stuff, 1 month or 2 months or even 3 months, might not be able to find those deals. So I can't always rely on that. Um, Other avenues, and I wish I could talk about it more. Um, he sent them in to me last month, so I had 3 different prototypes in. I had to send them back, unfortunately. I did record some videos, but he does not want me to post those videos. He told me I can talk about them, but I can't show anything yet. So they are mini little ASIC boxes, and I know people love these things. I kind of like these things because you can like stick them somewhere, plug them in, and then just forget about them. Um, they the first one that I really liked was the Bitcoin. It's a SHA 256 miner, and you plug it in. I think it burned. I think it was like 350 or 400 watts. It was right at 4 terahash. It was relatively quiet. Uh, the enclosure, I didn't necessarily. It was like really premium feeling. It was made out of like stainless steel sheet metal and like all bent up and stuff. But apparently he's reworking that entire closure design, and he's going to a composite or a plastic or something like that to cut down on manufacturing costs. So then to lower the total cost of the unit, because I did tell him, I said, there's a lot of competition out there in these little mini miners now. He was priced around he was going to enter the market price around the mid $200 range. And I told him I don't think that's going to do well in that range, because you got those Avalon Nanos. What's the other small SHA 256 miner? There's the Lucky miner, but those only do like 500 megahash. They don't even do Is it 500 mega hash? I don't know. The Lucky Miner, like V3s. There's a couple different ones. A lot of USB miners, but those are also, priced oddly. So I told him, I was like, man, if you can really get that unit cost per unit down like below 200 bucks, and that's where he had me send everything back because he's reworking the enclosure design, and he said he's tweaking a couple things on the internals. And other than that, I don't really know, but I'm super excited about that because working with him, he said he wants to use me as the main supplier. And I have talked to a couple people, and there are some slight concerns about that. My biggest thing is, and I've always tried to be like super transparent with you guys, I don't want to be a part of any like scams or anything sketchy or anything like that. So I told him there's an issue. The issue is I don't want to do pre-orders and then have people wait months and months and months to get units out. So if you want me to be the sole supplier, the front end essentially for your product, it's going to need to be built in batches and sold in batches. So it's like, okay, we got a batch of, 100 units, 200 units. And then I want to literally like show you guys on video. The cool part is he's semi-local to me. He's like just one state over. So I'm like, you can literally, build everything. Once you get your production up, I can come out there, show it off, and then we can have like a business arrangement like that because, we are friends and, we have known each other for a while. But when money gets involved and significant amount of money, I have to protect myself, my business, and my company, and also what little bit of reputation I have built up in the industry as trying to be just a normal guy, a humble guy. I have to protect that. So yeah, if you need somebody to just sell you a bunch of units and then have those people wait for a half a year, then you might need to go to Indiegogo or some other store because I'm just not going to be your guy on that end. So yeah, he's reworking the enclosure housing, and what's cool is I'm hopefully going to be linking him up with somebody else that's going to provide some help with the enclosure housing, all that kind of stuff. It's awesome whenever you get like a community built up and you build a lot of connections, because then other connections can help you out in the long run regardless. But yeah, so I'm excited about that. He also has a mini Doge miner, or Litecoin miner essentially. Not as excited about those. Those kind of like came and went with the mini Doges from Gold Shell. I do like the price point he's trying to hit on those. He's trying to hit those right at $200. So I think that would blow the Gold Shell price out of the water. Let's see here. Mini Doge miner gold shell. What are those priced at? I don't even know if you can just straight up buy them or not. Like, are they in stock? The mini Doge 3 is $759. See, that's expensive. I don't know if his does better hash rate or not. This one does 700 mega hash. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't play around with the little Litecoin miner. He called it a Litecoin miner. Essentially, you can get paid out in Doge with a Litecoin miner. That's how it works. Anyway, so changing gears and talking about something else. By the way, if you guys are interested in those little mini ASIC boxes, please comment down below. He's also looking for other influencers. I am going to be reaching out to a few guys, and he wants to provide like test units and free stuff and all that kind of stuff. And then I guess there would be, I don't really know how he would handle that because he talked about doing like a referral system. But how would he handle a referral system if he's using my front end? I guess he could use my referral system and then he could just credit me back. I'm not sure. Anyway, we got to iron out those details. But before we do that, he's got to get the unit done and production ready. Whatever. So changing gears, moving on from that. Buying used stuff is working out great. Building some of these connections for new repeatable products, whether it be motherboard, CPU combos, little mini ASICs. I do want to look for like some something to help out like PC flippers and stuff, because I notice I do have quite a few PC flippers that are buying from me. It's not just all like mining guys. So if you have any recommendations down below of stuff that I could source and buy in bulk and then split up and sell back, sell to you guys, please comment down below and I'll reach out and see if I can't find anything. I'm just not sure off the top of my head. I am waiting to hear back from one individual about production on some accessories, and they're some of them are really like, I really like some of these, so they'll be being shown off here shortly whenever they actually come in. And that's going to be repeatable because he has production capacity for those. Damn, it's like a lot of stuff that I can't talk about because it ain't here yet, or I'm not supposed to talk about it. Just got these in the other day. We've sold out. So these are cards that somebody stripped the OEM coolers off of because they had them in the those Mystic Miner and Miner Dude cases, and they put like aftermarket fans on them. A lot of 5700 XT, a couple 5700s, and then some 5600s. We have already sold, I think, 6 of the 5700 XTs, and then I sold almost all of the 5600 XTs. We only have 3 of those left. So if you're interested in cards and you don't care about how they look, they actually stay really, really cool. And most of them do have Noctua fans on them. All these have Noctua fans, and they're not the little brown ones. They're the silver and gray. So some people like those better. But what fans come on them, that'll just be luck of the draw. So yeah, got those in. Hopefully picking up some more mining cases next week, so that'll be good. So used stuff for sale, new stuff for sale. Oh yeah, another thing, I have a video coming out probably tomorrow. I am building me a workbench setup right outside of my cubicle office, so that way I can essentially start packing up and doing shipments from my house, because there's a lot of times at night where I ain't got a lot going on. I see an order come in and then it's got to wait, like especially all weekend, because I have all my packing material and all that stuff is at the shop. So if I have some here and at the shop, that means I can get some of my orders done, because a majority of my inventory is going to have to stay here. I've already outgrown my shop. I have expressed interest to the landlord about moving into a bigger location. The only problem is some of the only locations that have popped up and have been available are just too big for me. Like one of them's like 2,800 square feet, 1,000 of it's showroom, and then like 1,800 square feet is warehouse. I'm going from like 300 square feet to 2,800. Like that's almost 10 times. I don't need that. I need like a good 1,000 square feet, but we'll work with what we have in the time being. That's just how we're gonna go with that. Our lease is until December, so I'm just happy to be here. We're already 5 months in and still trucking along. Most new companies have a lot of growing pains within the first couple years, especially retail. But yeah, I also, little update. I think I have the chargeback situation under control. So there was a period of time where I was getting a lot of fraudulent orders. I ended up getting 3 chargebacks in the course of like 2 months. And of course, Shopify sends you a little warning. They're like, hey, blah, blah, blah. We want you to stay, I believe it's under 1%. Luckily, I'm like, I think I'm like 400 or 500 orders in already. So I'm still, well under 4%. I guess if I got another like 2 potential chargebacks, that's fine. But I did send off the report, and I heard back from 2 of them. 2 of them were denied. One of them was approved that I won, but then the money that was issued back to me was not the full amount. So I submitted appeal. I won it. I submitted an appeal, so that one doesn't count towards my my percentage like of chargebacks, but I didn't get all my money back, and I was super curious why. Everybody told me it was really rare to win any of those to begin with, so I guess I'm just happy that the chargeback didn't count towards me, but still didn't get all my money back. Curious about that. Anyway, what were some other bullet points? I think I've handled most of them. I will. So somebody did ask, when will I be doing a Q&A live stream for the shop? I don't really know. My live streams are not going to be very scheduled right now, just because I don't know when my exact availability is. I am still running my construction company on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I'm in the shop Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The schedule seems to be working for me decently, but yeah, I do definitely need to be able to pack and ship orders from the house. So that's what that table or workbench is for out there. Then I'm also going to have me some cleaning supplies. That way I can process some of the inventory here and I don't have to take it to the shop, because like blowing stuff out, blowing all the dust out and all that stuff from right here, I can just walk outside of the garage, blow it, clean it out. Whereas I'm in the shop, it's all nasty and dusty. I gotta walk all the way outside, blow it out outside, come back in. Just makes more sense to do it here, and then keep like one of each different kind of item in the shop, and then all the extras, the duplicates here. So yeah, and I guess from a security standpoint, it just works out better not to have too much inventory at the shop, because if it gets broken into, that's a problem. Whereas here, have a lot of different security systems, you know, digital, physical, all that kind of stuff. You guys know what I'm talking about. So, um, anyways, I wanted to thank everybody for coming out. And as always, hats off to you guys, because I would not even have a company or a store if it wasn't for y'all. And I know that. I really do. I have not paid for any advertising yet. The only advertising I've done is on, Facebook, and friends and family have shared it with me. But it's not been any paid advertising. And then to my YouTube channel. So I love showing you guys a behind the scenes, and I have had people comment that it's like, why would you show us this? Why are you showing us this? And all I can think is for entertainment. Do you guys not like seeing this kind of thing? Because I love watching behind the scenes stuff on situations that I might go into or have even thought of. So I used to, and actually still watch a shoe seller that ended up moving in and building his own shop. He's done like a couple stores now, and I loved watching the behind the scenes of like picking stuff up, cleaning it, selling it, reselling it, showing all the processes. Obviously we can't show too many things. We don't want to get into money or personal details. Don't want to dox anybody, so have to be very careful there. But I feel like I've done a really decent job of taking you guys along on the journey. So yeah, any other big questions, comment down below. Thank you guys. I really appreciate y'all. Oh man, we're 17 minutes in. I apologize. I did not mean to make it that long. Y'all have a good night. I'll see you on the next one. Adios.